Hey, hamburger, cheeseburger, hamburger. All right, we're doing it live. Oh, hey, Sierra. Hi, Mel. What is happening? I don't see. Hi, Beetle Plier. I can't see like who's in the chat right now. It's so weird. It usually tells you, but thank you. Congrats. Yeah. And thank you everyone for making this happen. Beetle Plier, it's okay, right? You know, like it's really exciting, but also I'm still, it's kind of nerve-wracking to still have like 17 hours left or wherever we are now. It's kind of a lot. How are you doing? Seeing this made me feel proud. Oh, that's awesome, Sierra. I love that. That is the Fen Beast. Yes, that's me. Oh, yeah, you're gender fluid and pansexual. That's awesome. That is very cool. I feel like in 100 years, everybody's going to identify that way. You're just someone who evolved quicker. So, all right. So we're about to talk with, I love paranormal stuff too. Yeah, I shave. Don't I look different? My voice has also changed. And don't worry, you're doing fine. Hugs to all. Thank you. Oh, there, now it should. I was like, what the fuck? So we're going to talk with Jack, your favorite. Hi, Katarina. And Shane, I think, is going to be on this one too. So hold on to your butts. And Amityville Apothecary. So that's going to be cool. I think we're going to partner with them in some way. Oh, I got an ice cream cone. Thank you so much. Abry. I want to know where Jack gets his, like, really nice vampire teeth. Do y'all know? Because I have these ones that are good, but they're not, like, mwah, chef's kiss. Yes, your favorite vampire is coming. Amityville's Friday sales. I own so many crystals now. That's awesome. Yeah, Chaos Custom Frames. Fangs. I'm literally writing it down. Thank you. Yes, thank you. How much are they to get the custom ones? To do what? Why am I Oh, really? He has a dentist who designs them? Get out of here. Are you serious? The other books to just have blood and roses. I wonder where he gets his contacts. I have no idea. I know those contacts kind of hurt because I've worn them before. Mickey Ba. 100 plus with teeth molds takes a couple weeks. Oh, okay. That's cool though. I would do that. That's not horrible. How's everyone? What's going on in your lives? Pinky Paradise is a great place for contacts. All right, good to know. Oh, thank you, Katarina. I'm not really a chill person though. I'm psycho on the inside. What did you say? Pinky something? Oh, TTDI. That's cool. Always seen is an arm pushing you in the closet. Here in South Jersey. Oh yeah, it's really humid down there. Yeah, it's humid here too. We had a thunderstorm this morning. You got sick the other day. I'm sorry. feel like the summer sickness is going around. So what? Somebody, I guess I just have to wait until somebody asks me to get in there. I don't have anything going on this weekend, but I'm going to a concert. Ooh, who are you going to? I love a concert. Getting ready. Steel Panther. I don't know who that is. Hi, damned girl. Kicking this bug so I'm feeling better. Nice. Very good, Aurora. That's great. Drink water. Yes, that is something I really try to do. People make fun of me because I have this giant water bottle. It's literally bigger than my face. But this is how, if I drink this whole thing in one day, that's how much I need. Oh my God, Shane's here. So it's gonna happen soon, guys. It's happening soon. We on the way. Shane said it. Hold on to your butts. You better get your popcorn. Motley Crue, that's crazy. I didn't even know they were still doing that. You don't have to be sorry. We're fine. We're just hanging out. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. We have a stretch goal now. If you want to donate still, you can. It's an amazing stretch goal. It includes like us building our own psychomantium. Thank you for the heart. And getting a God helmet, and then doing like an interactive experiment with all of you on Discord. And then also just like further production into season 2. So you can still donate for like, I think, 15 more hours or something. Thank you, Connor. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, too, like, what people don't understand is that your pledges are just pledges. Like, you can cancel them. And so some people have canceled their pledges and lowered their pledges. So it's still nerve-wracking because you never know until the end if you're going to make that amount, even if you, like, made your goal. A God helmet is a very interesting thing. It's this helmet that has a bunch of electrodes on it that kind of like it monitors your brain waves and stimulates the part of your brain that experiences, like, when you go through a very deep religious or spiritual experience, your brain does something and this manually stimulates it for you. So imagine the possibilities within a paranormal investigation. Thank you so much for the congrats. Okay, I think it's time. Yeah, I know. It's kind of sucks that some people like have changed their pledges, but also like maybe some people don't have money and stuff. So it's okay. Like, everybody's doing the best they can. Kind of like an EEG. We also would like to get one of those as well, but that means we have to buy someone. We have to like also pay someone to read it. Yeah, you've seen those. Like, if you've seen Hellier, they use it a little bit on Hellier. To pledge again, do we just go to Kickstarter again and pledge? So if you want to use, like, what you can do is just increase your pledge on Kickstarter. But if you want to do like a separate pledge for a separate reward, and you want to still keep the reward you have to create a new Kickstarter account. So I'm sorry. But it doesn't take that long. You have been drawn to candles your whole life. Yes, me too. I love them. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I think I'm able to like get up in here. Nope, not yet. I'm not. Never mind. It went away. Oh, there's Vampire Jack. Yeah, no problem, Aurora. I mean, we'd love to get to our stretch goal, which is 77K, but if we don't, that's all right. It's okay. We just like to stay over the 6666, so if you know anybody who can donate still, like, that would be great. You've been into ghosts since you were 14 and 15. say. I mean, they're fascinating, right? They're like endlessly fascinating. Will you travel around the U.S. doing paranormal investigations? Absolutely, yes, we will. Yes. We're hoping to make it as interactive as possible. So many experiments that we do, we will include you on Discord. Oh, are you a Capricorn? Oh, accept.
We're here.
I accept.
I am inviting.
Oh, you know, I might have my volume off too, though, to tell you what, honestly.
Do you want to go off of mine?
We could go off yours, and I can mute mine.
So if your volume's off. We're just setting up.
Yeah, we don't know.
We're just setting up. Don't worry.
If people change their pledge, I'll send them a very strongly worded email. Yeah, you do that, Mel. You tell them. You give them a talking to. Did you get my ID message?
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, I did. Uh-oh, that's a sound. Yeah. Oh, wow, there's feedback.
Press that little, yeah.
Wait, I did it.
Yep.
Phew.
Did you do it?
Sorry.
We did it.
I think it's working. We don't know. It's
Did you? Yes, I did. And
Sorry,
it
everyone,
didn't come through. I didn't get it.
Twice. It's like my soul's being replicated. I don't know how I feel about it.
Another screen?
No, see it.
My goodness. Okay, so it's... Okay.
Headphone users, was that fun? Did you enjoy that?
You guys echoed real bad.
It was lovely.
Hold on.
You're just going to do some really unsexy figuring out how to put the white.
Sorry,
hey. Why is there Chihuahuas in
I know.
I need that Wi-Fi. I think when something like Ride 36, something else, or it was Ride 36, something. Can you tell me what it is?
With their text. I'm trying to hide from them.
You gotta love Verizon.
Yeah, so are you all gonna close one of your accounts?
What was that?
Do you know what's going on right now? Like, nobody can hear because there's an echo.
There's still an echo.
It's really bad. You have to close one of your accounts.
So let's close my account and just check.
Okay. All right. We can close yours.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't care. It's fine.
Okay. We're gonna go off of this one then.
But then, now I'm gone. So wait, that doesn't make sense. Wait.
We're almost there.
Take your time.
I think, did Dina mute your end too? Did you mute each other?
I think so.
Okay, so there should be an echo. I don't know why there's
Maybe it was me. It could have been me.
All right, so let's...
We're figuring this out.
Should I try to go live again, and I'm going to give you it to do?
Yeah.
So you know how to do it, and I do not, obviously.
Oh,
because I
know. That was rough for my neurodivergent brain, yeah.
We're figuring it out.
Okay, here.
We'll get it figured out. They're doing it.
Do the same thing.
I'm talking to these people, the folks over here who are like, what's going on? Giving them updates. Yeah, I thought this whole time you knew, so that's why I was laughing, because I was like, oh, can you hear this? But you couldn't.
Second. That way people aren't confused when they see you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so now, yeah.
And I'm gonna accept.
Right.
And I'm gonna
Wait, last time.
Still going.
Wait, it's gotta be on your side.
Hold on.
No.
Okay, that should be good.
Mute everybody.
Did we do it or no?
I think you did it. I think we're good.
Okay.
Good job. I know everybody over here is like dead.
I'm sorry.
Dear headphone users, aren't you happy you brought headphones today?
I hope it's good.
Oh my gosh.
The alien isn't here. We have the alien that comes to the shop quite often, but he didn't come today.
Good. And
Thank you.
there. And is it echoing and screaming at anyone now?
No. You did it.
Okay.
Mission
I'm in
complete.
2 locations. You can watch this. That's
kind of weird. Okay.
All right, let's see. Let me figure this out now.
Oh my goodness, there's so much technology.
Yeah, if phones are I hear you, Aurora. Yeah, and they're like, it's because there's 2, but I think they fixed it.
Someone was like, "Are there 2 Jacks?" And it's just like, "Yeah."
Did the world handle that? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think 2 Jacks would just be a little invasive.
Shane can't handle that.
What?
Shane can't handle that. That's great.
Oh, good. You got the iPad too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I came here.
All the
Oh,
technology.
is there still an echo? Y'all, on my end, is there still an echo?
Why is this taking a second?
Jack, me and my dad and sis came from Oheka Castle, and we're in Purple Elephant. Still an echo. There's still an echo, they said. On Jack.
On my side.
Yeah. Bad reverb.
We can figure this out. Magical people trying to figure out technology.
All right, so these 2 are now. So these 2 are muted, but these 2, because this is like, this is your account's mic and this is my account's mic. So I don't know if that's still echoing.
It should be working.
Somebody else says no echo for me, and I'm on Jack's chat.
Okay.
All right.
So let's see if that.
No echo.
Okay, we okay? Any echoing anywhere?
Oh, this is a chat.
They're saying
Yes.
mute one account.
No echo.
It's really bad.
No echo. No echo. No echo. There's everyone's saying no echo.
Well, so what's happening?
Oh, maybe you need to mute.
You want me to
Wait,
mute?
no, it should be working. Maybe mute one of us. Mute,
Yeah, that's true. Fen needs
mute
to mute
Amityville.
one of us.
Mute Amityville. It's a little speaker that lives in this corner.
Got it.
He lives there.
How's that, y'all? Did that fix the echo in my group? Let me know. Fixed it. Okay, we did it. That's how we do it. All right. Good to know.
We got this. We figured this out.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, maybe.
We tried.
Thank you. You got it.
We did our best.
Okay.
Well, hi, folks.
Hey, Ben.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going well. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. I have a package at Amityville Apothecary right now. Can Jack leave a funny note inside? Oh my God.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Just send us a DM someplace so we can do.
So, hi, I'm Fen from. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Dina, one of the co-owners of the Apothecary. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Yeah. So, I this whole time we've been so busy with so many things that and I was just juggling all this stuff. So every time that Shane and Jack would tell me about Amityville, it was just like Amityville. So I was like, oh, we're gonna go to the house, And then paranormal investigators were like, absolutely not. You cannot get there. And I was like, well, where the fuck are we going? So, yes, I'm so sorry. But then I looked you up and y'all are incredible. So
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so much fun to be here with everybody today. It's a treat. We don't get to do this really that often.
This is amazing. It's nice to be with someone instead of just sitting in the darkness in front of the screen.
Yes, exactly. I mean, for you, not for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bump those hearts, says Frick's here. Yeah, Frick, you tell him.
Hi, Frick.
So, I'd love to know what y'all do, on site. Do you have, a lot of classes and things on site?
Sure. So, talk to you a little bit about what Amityville Apothecary is and why we love welcoming Vampire Jack and having Shane. So Amityville Apothecary is a full metaphysical shop for where anybody is along their spiritual or metaphysical path, no matter what type of practitioner they are, what type of energy work, what type of, witch you are. Again, if you're considering yourself more spiritual because you don't want to associate with certain other aspects of other people's practice, whatever it is, but we are a no judgment zone for where people need to come to get their tools and their information, crystals, candles, different other ingredients for whatever workings you need. Obviously, books and tarot cards. We actually carry Jack's books, and we're going to make him get busy signing them because we did an author event and he was here with his amazing fans, and then we forgot to have him sign the rest of the books.
We just had so much fun.
We did. And we're like, so the classes that we offer free tarot classes, free astrology classes every weekend, beginner level. And then we do different craft classes, candle carving, Wheel of the Year, celebrations, although we're very careful. We don't consider ourselves Wiccan and we don't consider ourselves a coven. We're all sort of like solitary practitioners that co-practice next to each other. So if anybody else has ADHD and you like to do work next to people but not talk to them, that's sort of how we practice magic.
Yes.
That's me.
Yes. So
yeah, for sure.
So that's a little bit about us. We're here 7 days a week. We ship all over the United States and the country. We just opened up a bookshop, which is why Jack came with his books, called the Athenaeum, which has its roots in the goddess Athena knowledge. So it's an old name for a library. And we have a full selection of books, again, across all different traditions. And we're starting an author series coming up in September and October. So we have really amazing people that are going to be doing either virtual author talks or in person as well. So we're super excited.
Ooh.
That's awesome. I love everything that you're doing and mostly the way that you're doing it sounds really like fresh, Also, everybody in my chat loves your accent.
This is a true Shore, Long Island accent. Okay. I know people put me in Brooklyn. This is Long Island all the way. And we are located in Amityville, which is home of the Amityville Horror. And my claim to fame is I have been in that house a couple of times. So.
Oh, wow.
And you didn't know that
I
either?
didn't know you were in there.
Yes,
Really?
I have been there. And I was actually in a documentary called Amityville. I think I don't know. Whoever knows what documentary I was in, just let me know. Through Scare TV, I think, or Scare Network or something like that. That's terrible plugging, by the way. Don't hire me to do your.
I'm so curious.
You're fine. We're all.
Yeah. So people always have questions about like what it was like in there because there's so much energy in there, and the people that live there do have a family. So I always do respect their privacy because I have a family and I understand what that's like. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of attention there. So I was there for social events. We weren't allowed to go into the bedrooms, which bummer, because that's where the murders happened. Yeah. But I can tell you that just the energy being in the foyer, which is where that central staircase goes up, where that famous photo on the second floor of the boy was taken, John. To the left of the foyer is the, what is it called? The formal living room. Because you have to understand that this is a very old home. It's not open concept like it is for the homes that we live in now. There's a separate formal dining room with drapes and very fancy wallpapers and things. And in that formal living room, there was a corner in there, and I would be interested actually to get back into the basement because I've been in the basement. Yeah. If corner where I was very something's going on in this corner is directly above that space that was supposedly that room, that portal to hell room in the basement, but it was something going on in the corner of that living room for sure.
Oh,
are the owners open to having private investigators go in there, or are they like absolutely not to know everybody?
I don't know. I would say I don't want to say absolutely no. As I said, they have a family and children are expensive, especially if they're on the college path, as we know. So, you know, I don't know. When it was up for sale, so they bought it 2016, 2017. When it was up for sale, quite a few people were looking at it, including Dave Navarro, guitarist of Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
He took a look at the house. He would have made an amazing resident of Amityville, which, by the way, the village is like very small and everybody knows everybody. It's like one of those places where people are like, oh, you live at the so-and-sos lived there and the so-and-sos live there. So it's, everybody knows everybody's business. So even sneaking around here is very difficult, although I will tell you that documentary that I was in, he sat across the street in his car in the middle of the night and did EVPs and some work, and he did not get the cops called on him.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it would be terrible for me to tell you in advance that typically only 2 cars patrol at any one given time on 12-hour shifts, but you didn't get that information from me.
That's awesome. I mean, it's
Sean's on mine. There he is. Sean, that was you, Sean. I didn't know you. I can't say. So Sean did it. Yes. There you go.
Hi, Sean.
So we're on multiple, Sean. Awesome. So yeah, Sean, write in my chat where people can see your documentary, Sean, so I can tell people about that one, because it might be helpful for you guys too to see sort of like the methodology, because it's very difficult here. As I said, everybody knows everybody, and I mean, the easiest way to get close to that house, I'm not kidding, the tip is Halloween, because they do trick or treat, and if you go there early enough, you'll get big good candy bars.
Okay.
Okay, it's Scare Network TV, and what's the name of the documentary? It's Amityville, I think. Is it Resurgence? I know I'm a really bad plugger, Sean. I'm sorry.
Scare Network TV.
Yeah. Amityville, The Resurgence. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
So there you go.
Wow.
Some
Cool.
amazing experience, but
Go for the candy bars, stay for the EVPs.
Let's go.
that would make actually an amazing T-shirt with like the house and the eyes, and then go for the candy bar, stay for the
Yeah.
EVPs.
Yeah.
I would wear that.
Yeah, there's our marketer extraordinaire. Shane busted that shit.
Yeah. There you go.
Amazing.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah.
Oh, I know it.
So,
Where's that?
oh yeah, go ahead. You have a little heart on your head.
There are a lot of, but like you were talking about, Jack, like the woods by your house. There's
oh my God, yeah.
so much activity just in this area.
Long Island in general, it's viewed as this very like, you know, a lot of people that don't know it see it as very urban, but it really isn't. It's actually like a lot of forest and, you know, a lot of green. But the other thing is people don't realize that Long Island is extremely cursed. It's extremely cursed. There are so many different like locations, from Amityville to Sweet Hollow Road to Mount Misery. It's a wild place. But the woods, we actually did right on the edge of my the forest. I have like a gazebo. Mm-hmm. And Shane and I did a session, EVP session out there, and we did it live with everybody with us. And yeah, we had some really interesting results.
I don't doubt it. It's so funny. Sean is saying Sweet Hollow Road is super haunted, and I grew up here. I have lived here pretty much my entire life, except a couple of years for here and there. And I just took Sweet Hollow Road last week.
What?
With my daughter. I've never driven on Sweet Hollow. I didn't really have like a lot of friends. Like that was an activity you did like in high school, and you go, let's go to Sweet Hollow Road. Like I didn't have a car and I didn't have friends. So like where the hell was I going? I was going nowhere. Yeah. So it took me like almost 48 years on earth to actually drive Sweet Hollow Road, and I will never do it again.
Yeah.
Was it terrifying, really?
Yeah, and it was in the middle of the day. I was like, this is ridiculous. No way.
It's all this.
Ridiculous.
It's easily the most dangerous road here. And then, have you ever been to Mount Misery?
No, I have not been there either. I don't know. I'm the worst Long Islander of spooky places.
One day I would love to go with you so you can see it, because it is the energy there is wild.
Do
It's absolutely wild.
Investigation. Wait.
Yeah. Mary's Grave. Do you know about Mary's Grave?
No.
The urban legend here.
No.
Mary's Grave. Nobody knows exactly where it is, etc. It's on like the cusp of an abandoned house. If you pass. Okay, so it's like this actual grave site, right? It has no information on it. This grave. It only says Mary.
Oh.
People have found it before and done like work, investigations there, and they always get stuff. But in the forest behind, there is supposedly this completely vacant, like fully furnished house, like completely abandoned. And if you drive past it, the amount of people in your car will have that many candles in the window lit.
Oh, I've heard about this. I don't want to purposely find that.
Oh, come
house.
on. It's out. Where's the sense of adventure? Let's go. Come on.
Oh, like now my husband
TV coming.
Come on. It'd be so much fun.
I don't know.
Katie's in Smithtown too. Katie's in Smithtown and Kings Park.
Oh, also haunted?
You never been to Kings Park either?
Oh, like the Kings Park, like the psychiatrics? I don't. Okay, so you guys walk towards these places.
And
I
you walk away.
avoid them because, first of all, I have enough going on within the walls of this building. When we were talking about it before we started the live, like this building is active 24/7 all the time. We have house ghosts. His name is Morris. He smokes cigarettes in here. We leave scotch for him. His wife Rose is here. We leave offerings for them. Then we have a Santa Muerte devotion, which, you know, that's touchy here or there. Some people are like, wow, you guys will be all about it. But like a lot of people are like, you're crazy. So there's always something going on the altar where there's something getting like blocked, stuck, absorbed, something. Things are always, you know, falling off the wall. There are ass prints in chairs when there weren't. Like it's just like always happening. The basement, like the ghosts in the basement, there's like a crawl space, so you'll go down there to get stuck. They really love racing your heart, messing with like just like your own electromagnetic frequency, because if you get too close to them, they're like, how about an anxiety attack? So you know so then I'm like really good about it because we've been in business for almost 5 years. So I'll go down there and I'll be like, not today, like we're not doing the anxiety attack hearts, like we're not doing arrhythmias today. Samantha, who is like our tarot reader, she's a practicing death witch. So she will then go out to houses and like remove people and then bring them back to her house. So there's always like things happening here where I don't need to go to any other places.
Yeah, someone said in the chat over here that you're the one who will survive the horror movie.
Yeah, because I'm like, you guys, bye. I'm going to be here like, is the coffee hot and fresh and brewed? Like, I'm going to be just sitting here drinking and watching you guys. I'm good.
I have a question. It seems to be that like predominantly, because even like on this cast and crew, there are so many Libras, and there's 3 Libras in this room. Like, what is it about the Libra that's like so attracted to the woo?
Oh my goodness.
That's a great question.
I think what for me as a Libra to be attracted to the woo is because it's seeking balance in the human experience, and Libra is inherently all about duality, obviously, but also paradox. So it's not this or, it's always this and. And so how do you make sense of the human experience? It's by understanding what comes after and sort of that integration, or at least that's what it means to me. So that's Libras and we're also the best, and we're also the most attractive.
Well, yeah. Sure. I mean,
Leo's also, but like I have a Leo moon, so it's fine. You have Leo. You're Leo too.
Leo rising.
Of course. Leo rising.
We spoke nothing but facts. So
I'm a
I can argue with you.
Yes, Libra drawn to beauty, and beauty comes in. Oh, yes, absolutely. But Libras are. Yep, the Leo, the Libras. There you go. So that's a really great question.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I'm like,
she's great with quite like.
There's that, and then obviously like I keep running into magical Libras, and I'm like, so there must be something to this.
Yeah. Libras are the best, and you all are just jealous. I mean, absolutely, definitely. I once heard somebody say like a Libra Leo combo in your big 3, you're always like an entertainer, an artist, or a performer. It's like a big performer energy. So I find that to be really interesting.
My cat is hilarious right now. Yeah, you're right. I think we used to call the show when we were doing the first show, New Blood, Untitled Capricorn Documentary, because there are so many Capricorns, but now it's like Capricorns and Libras. So it's Capricorn, yeah. So I think that like it's a good balance between the two.
Capricorns get it done. I'm a Cap rising, and of course, I see my husband in Jack's chat saying Tina loves Capricorns. It is true. I've only been in long relationships with Earth signs. What can I tell you?
Yeah. We get shit done, and I have a Leo rising, so I also am not like a curmudgeon. So
there you go. Good.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, let's get into some shit because some people are asking me questions about what you got going on over there. Like Mercy Brown's grave.
Mercy Brown's.
Who's that?
Mercy Brown's.
Not sure. What do you mean by that, Katarina? Where is that in Amityville? Taurus. Now everybody's telling me there.
Mercy Brown. I feel like it sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Yeah. So we'll wait for the answer on that. But so yeah, I guess like for everybody who doesn't know who everybody is, we've got Amityville Apothecary. Y'all in my chat already know who Jack is, but and I bet in Amity's as well. Is that correct?
People know who Jack is.
I'm around.
Yeah.
People know who Jack is.
Vampire. The grave is on Long Island. I wonder where.
Mercy Brown, the American vampire. Mercy Brown.
Yeah, thought to be a vampire. They said.
Ooh, something to talk about.
That's something. Okay, that's interesting. I would love to investigate that.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Nice to me.
I'm wondering where that is. Interesting.
Well, speaking of investigating that, so last night we did a live that was supposed to be one live, but it turned into us just like asking or answering people's questions. So wait, I have to pause because somebody just said, what would Jack look like in drag? You can find out.
You did that.
I just did it.
Just go to his Instagram because it's there and it's amazing.
It's a time.
It's so good. I
liked it. A little too much.
Yeah, exactly. He looked amazing. Now everybody's like gonna leave us for that probably. Is there a link to the Kickstarter? So if you go to the link that's in the bio for this TikTok, you can you just click that and it goes to the Kickstarter. We are over our goal, but just a reminder to everyone, pledges can be changed at any time. So even if you've met your goal, people can cancel their pledges. They can reduce the amount that they've pledged. And that's been happening like up and down all day. So we're still kind of like, like biting our teeth, gritting our teeth, biting our nails. Both
Eating our teeth.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's nerve wracking. So we also put in a stretch goal for 77K. So help us get like above enough that we can sleep tonight and not have like anxiety attacks. Yeah, I know. It's so sad. Like so many people did not know you could do that. That you, once you're funded even, you can still change your motherfucking pledge. Yeah. So yeah, it sucks. I know. So
Don't do that.
So I mean, if you have money issues, no problems. Like we understand. We're not pressuring you to do something if you need that money, but just like keep in mind that can happen. And if you know anybody who wanted to pledge but they were like, nah, they're funded, I would still encourage them to pledge if possible. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. I know Kickstarter, it could be like, because that until you're sort of closing that down, like people, it's nerve wracking. It is. It's pretty
Have
scary.
you done one before?
I have never done one before, but I do have a lot of very close friends in the tarot community, so a lot of deck creators, and I know when I say deck, it sounds like dick, and I don't know why. It's my accent. I'm talking about a tarot deck.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Do you know Jen Sankey?
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay, just curious.
It was. I'm like, what happened?
Immediately horrified.
I know, like, what's going on?
What kind of Jack? So somebody said, yeah, we have 14 hours left. And in case people on Jack's side or Amityville's side, I'm Fen Alankush, and I am the creator of New Blood TV, which is basically an umbrella production name title for 2 shows. One's an episodic ghost hunting show. We also just go to places that have reports of high strangeness and investigate whatever is there. So it could be like an alien or cryptid or sky's the limit. It could be anything. Fae is something that we interacted with in season 1 a lot.
On purpose?
No. No.
I'm like, on purpose? Why would you do that?
Like, that's where my fear goes. Like, ghosts, I like, it gets pretty hairy pretty fast.
Right there, when you said that, the sheer, like, I don't know if you guys saw my horror face, but that was it. I was like, oh.
I immediately felt it.
No.
Immediate fear. Just like,
no, not that.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and so the other show is New Blood, which is what Jack's going to be a part of in season 2. We're so excited about. And essentially that's like a synchronistic, initiatory kind of adventure that you guys look cute. That a group of people go through, and it starts with vampires. So it's really vampire centric, and it's a docu-series. So it's about real modern day vampires, which a lot of people are like, what the fuck? That doesn't exist. But they do. They do exist.
Oh, how cute.
They
do.
Oh my
They do.
gosh. Oh my goodness, thank you.
They do. It's so. I want to tell you the story about the first time we met.
Let's go.
It was a Saturday, and Saturday is our busiest day, as I'm sure you can imagine. And in walks Jack with Shane, and I'm busy running around doing something that I'm a chaos witch, so like I'm full on like just tornado like all the time.
Love it.
And in walks Jack and Shane, and I just looked and I went, yep, it's Saturday. Saturday.
This is a Saturday.
Because we have a good amount of aliens that shop here, and I'm always like, so whose skin did you take? Who are you wearing today? Because I know like you're really a reptile under there. Like you're not fooling me. So yeah, like it was so awesome, and I got to read Jack's aura, so that was a lot of fun.
Ooh. That was fun. I want to do it again.
That was a lot of fun.
Did the sound, the gong, yeah.
That was sick.
That was amazing.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. So, what would you expect a vampiric aura to look like? Is exactly what he looked like. Nice and fiery red.
Interesting. Yeah. So when you met Jack, did you already have context for real life modern day vampires at all?
I mean, context, I think, is not, context, no, not really. Like, was I aware that there are people like living as that are people that are living a lifestyle and are real life vampires and work in the energy in this way to help them sort of survive and be comfortable in this sort of their reality? No. But I'm also not aware of what most other human beings are doing, sort of like in their reality as well. So like, this is New York. It's like a don't ask, don't tell sitch over here, right? So, this is New York. Like,
well, New York, yeah.
I worked in New York City. Like, you see a lot of shit, man. You don't ask questions. You just keep your fucking head down and keep going. But, however, in, owning a metaphysical shop that this is not like a spiritual where you're going to hear like woo-woo Zen chime music when you walk in, and it's like some white lady doing yoga shop, even though I'm a white lady. No, like whatever. I'm not like that kind. And it's more like raw and real, and again, like chaos, like dirty, like fuck around and find out. So when Jack walked in, I was like, yeah, cool. This is like a really cool thing. But again, it's all about like meeting people where they are and learning about them, and then how does that experience sort of inform your life experience? I'm not a vampire, but I'm better for having met Jack and learning about his experience as a living being in this world. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Well said. Yeah. That's awesome. And I think that a lot of people who see New Blood are going to feel that way. I think they're going to go in, already we've had a lot of people, and Jack deals with it all the time. People who are like, what are you even talking about? There's no such thing. This is not a real thing. And then, after a while, Jack, with your, magic and charisma, you convince them. And then, I think when people watch the documentary, they're going to be like, oh, fuck. Like, there's a whole realm of energy exchange that I just know shit about. I don't know anything about. And so hopefully, people, we encourage people to like open their minds to new shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
When my mom first found out about Jack, she had a million questions. Because I'm
sure
my mom and I are like this, and I'm always very honest about what's going on in my life. She had a million questions, and actually the first resources that I pointed her to was lectures and interviews from Michelle Belanger on YouTube, because Michelle approaches it from this very academic, almost historic, also scientific sometimes, perspective that I think can really win anybody over that has questions or doesn't really understand like what it is or whatever. And also, I think we just learned the fact that Michelle's wife, Illyria, her grandmother, founded, what is it, Dark Matter or something? Matter. So, I mean, these people are like super collegiate academics, and they're like, yeah, this is a thing. It's like so validating. Yeah.
That was one of those moments where it was just like, oh, wow. this person, feels this and understands this. It's like, then,
Well, I feel like, aren't we, to go back to the whole Libra comment about, balance and like looking for meaning in the other, because Libra, it's the first sign in the astrological wheel or the zodiac wheel that is looking outward instead of looking inward. All the signs before it look inward. Libra is the first one to actually stop and consider the other. And it's really so important to consider the other, because it's just to be by ourselves, and like we want to be sort of validated in our experience and to be seen. Like, that's what I think like the human experience is to be seen and accepted for who we are at this particular point in time, with the understanding that also who we are changes over timelines, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my core superpower, or like, I guess I've been calling it like my sacred task, is radical inclusivity. And, it's like part of my karmic path this lifetime. I've lived in, like, I'm 37. I've lived in more homes than years of my life.
Wow.
Like 14 states. So I was always one who was like, if there's ever a new person to something, I want to be the one to make them feel at home. I want to make them feel like they're included. And so within like the paranormal space, I use that as well. And so being this like documentarian, the entire time I'm thinking about like the other, like you said, like I'm thinking about the narrative while we're filming as well. Like, okay, how is this going to make people like not turned off by it, but more open about it? How is this going to make people feel more empathetic about the other, whether it's vampiric or not? And that's really like constantly rolling through my brain as the filmmaker, is like, okay, you have to be so careful about how we portray this. We have to do it right. And we have to do it just, which Libras will appreciate.
Absolutely. But I think that critical eye is so important, especially as you're going through the filming process, because I feel that's other creators, and maybe this, I think it's also very Libra to always give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm always like, they didn't really mean it. Like, they did, honey. They were being an asshole. But, sometimes I just sort of feel like other people that film, and it's almost like cheapens the experience of how you're living and making you a spectacle instead of showing sort of your genuine humanity and spirit and, you know, all that. So I that's so appreciated and so important.
Yeah, and do you identify as a witch?
I do. I identify as a witch, but I also have a Scorpio midheaven, so I'm very suspicious of all labels. And like groups of people. That's why I was very, like we're not Wiccan. We don't have we're like a coven, but not a coven, because it's once you start putting all of these human constructs around everything, then there's authority, then there's someone in charge, then there's like these things that you have to do. And some people are about that. And I don't want to shit talk anybody that's like in a hierarchical organization. That's wonderful for you. But for me, I just get I have to throw my elbow. I was like a mosh pitter in the 90s. So I have to just start, getting out of my personal space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris Cosmetics.
Hi, Chris Cosmetics. I owe you an email. I agree with you 100% on that. I'm really anti-label. I do identify as a witch, mostly as like a fuck you, because it's like a reclamation. I'm reclaiming that derogatory term. But I struggle with certain like covens and especially like Wiccan structures personally, same as you. Like I don't want to bag on anybody else's craft, but I think as a witch as well, like as witches, we have to I'm sure you have a shop, so you have like a major safe space, but I'm sure you run into people where you have to almost like unpack that for them, and I still have experiences where people think I'm like intrinsically evil. Do you have that?
Yeah, I don't care. People think I'm intrinsically evil because I don't again, it all goes back to when you're seeking validation and why, right? I don't care if people think I'm evil. Unless obviously they're coming at me with like a cleaver or something to unalive me, and then we'll work it out. But, because it's a little bit different, like you're right, I do have a safe space, and we do have an amazing community here locally and then around the country that we can rely on to support us. So there are more people speaking words of understanding than trying to tear us down. However, I know with a full heart and not a guilty conscience that what I do in this lifetime is more helpful than most people that thump the Bible. So I don't really care.
Agreed. Yeah. Not that I have anything against the Bible. I actually think the Bible is a fascinating book of metaphors and parables, and great lessons are within not the King James version, which is.
Listen, you could do some great craft work with the Psalms. I've ripped a skull with the Psalms. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Love that.
All right.
I actually got into on Halloween a real. Do you know the Gideon? Still a thing. Is anybody aware of that? Literally, they're this is New York again, you guys. A lot of people in my chats are I live in the Bible Belt, and I'm sorry that that's your experience, but I don't, right? And so when it's almost for me and maybe for you, it's weird when I come across somebody that's literally you must take this book. This is I'm what are you doing? And he literally gave me the Gideon Bible, and I was oh, Psalms, I'm going to use these later. I scared the shit out of that guy.
That's great. Yeah.
I'm pretty unassuming because with the long blonde hair and the red lips, if you don't see my tattoos, people are oh, just like a South Shore mom,
100%. Yeah. People think I'm just a, tomboy lesbian. They're just oh, look at that little, I just kind of go through environments all the time, every day. And people will be wait a second, you're a witch? How is that even possible? But we look like all sorts of folks, you just don't know.
Oh, no, not for me. I walk down the street and people fucking know.
Oh, yeah. No, people know. People fucking know.
The amount of people that stop everything and just go.
How does it work for you in Stop and Shop?
It's fucking great. It's
Wait, tell a story about
the greatest experience.
About the grocery store.
Wait, which one? Because we have so many.
The one where somebody knew who you were.
Oh, but they probably knew me. I like it when people don't know who I am. So it's like it's clear they don't know who I am. They stop everything and they're like, something's off. Something's definitely off. Something's weird. Something's not right here. But oh yeah, Shane's talking about a situation where we were in the local Whole Foods, and I was running in quick, and I was just looking for whatever, and there was this couple off to the side, and they stop everything and just stare at me. And they start talking to each other in like secret, and I'm like, oh shit, they know who I am. Oh look. And the entire time in the store, I keep watching them pop out of aisles, like over and over again. Where they're just like, oh shit.
That would be me.
Yeah.
Curse is in the chat right now, and they're like, we cannot wait to walk through Salem to see people's reactions to all of us, because it's going to be a bunch of like vampfluencers together in one.
Oh, it's going to be
group.
so funny.
Yeah, that'll be
it's
great.
It's going to be hilarious. Oh
that'll
my
be
God.
great. That's happening this September, October.
That's really exciting. I actually have the 3 top locations in Salem cemetery dirt in jars because I use that shit and in my workings. But people, like our customers go to Salem all the time, obviously, and they're like, what can we bring you back from Salem? I'm like, dirt.
Just the dirt.
Cemetery dirt. Hello.
Dirt.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, are you doing like a Halloween Samhain thing in Salem, y'all?
Ooh, you should.
We will be there because it's impossible to get anywhere close to Salem around Halloween. So we're going to go the beginning of October, end of September, beginning of October. We're still nailing down those dates. So as far as Samhain goes or doing anything like that, we don't know. But if anybody has any suggestions,
something.
We could do something.
Oh, I got your timer.
I'm just gonna steal my cookie timer, and I'm gonna steal one
want your
of my
decks?
decks.
Here, you want these?
Oh, I'm not taking all of them. I'm just gonna grab the. I just want the mean one.
Oh, you're taking the mean one? Oh,
Yeah.
I threw love at you.
I love this deck, but she's a bitch.
okay.
Ooh, I love a bitchy deck.
So bitchy.
Which one? White Newman?
No, the Ethereal Visions.
Ethereal Visions is a bitch.
She's so fucking mean.
Oh boy, okay. I was gonna
That's
say.
how they're people to me.
Oh.
Other people, it's like, look, you're not doing great. And I love you. Me, it's like, hey, get it together. I'm like,
I have a deck like that.
yeah.
okay.
And it is a fun time.
See ya, Sarah.
I like how everybody
Actually,
actively
it was
just
a
saw the
deck I
whole
got from
vibe of
here.
Amityville Apothecary just then.
That is
Yeah.
the vibe about it, like literally chaotic. Sam is that's the Death Witch, that's the reader, that's Samantha. Her Ash, I don't know what her handles. Again, I'm like the worst promoter of all my people. I don't know what the hell is going on.
I
It's
get
fine.
this. I understand this feeling.
Like, I don't know. It's but that's what goes on here.
Are you doing a tarot read right now?
No, well, she is. She's going downstairs to do a tarot reading. But what I wanted to ask Jack was, so we had talked about this when he was here doing his meet and greet, but we talked about him being in the room where all the readings take place because we were talking about like feedings, because there's a lot of questions around that, like how do you feed, what do you do, how do you feed, and how he can like residually feed. And I was like, you got to come and do some cleanup in the room because people leave their, trauma, demons, and all the things in here all the time.
So you're gonna do a cleanup?
Lovely ambient cleanup feeding.
Yeah. So I don't know how you feel.
I like that. Please, I like that idea.
So I mean,
Like, actually.
if you want to take a taste, you can go ahead.
Oh, literally I'm on like the edge, so anytime.
You can take a taste now. Good.
Anytime.
Anytime. No? Could I do it now?
Are we talking now?
Now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down. I'm 100% down for
Yeah.
it.
God.
I just want to sign this book really quick.
I'm gonna sign his book. Yeah, all his books are gonna get signed because I'm a bad marketer.
You have to sign them this time. So, last night we were asking if there are any locations for season 2 of New Blood that we know for sure we're going to. And we did say that we're going to come to New York. So, just saying.
We would love to have you, and we will do as much or as little as you want because we're good. We have lots of ghosts We got
Yeah.
aliens. We got anything you need, really.
New York is wild.
Yeah. Do you do like rituals in I love that. Do you do rituals in the space? Like do you have a big enough space for a big group ritual?
We have a back garden too, so it depends on when you come. So we have a back garden. This whole house that we're in was built in the late 1800s. It's one of the original spaces to the downtown. It's always been a store. So we can, in the backyard, get a good amount of people. Up here on the second floor, in the main part, we could probably do like a circle of about 20.
Okay, cool.
So we could definitely do it. We do rituals. As chaotic as they are.
That would be awesome. I mean, we would love to. There's lots going on in Long Island, it sounds like. So we would love to investigate. I think like when we dive into Jack's story, I think it's important for us to be all up in that area. So
Haunted woods.
Yes, haunted woods for
Haunted
sure.
woods.
yeah, we're going to the haunted woods for sure.
Have to. It's wild. It's a time. It is a time.
Yeah. Are you going downstairs to do your cleanup now? Is that what's happening?
I think we should do the cleanup in here.
I was gonna do a cleanup in here.
Oh yeah, do the cleanup in here.
I'm just gonna take a little bit.
Yeah.
I was thinking just a little bit because I didn't want to get overwhelmed. Just like a little bit, you know. Anybody care?
I'd be really curious to see if Dina feels the difference or senses some kind
I mean, I already feel like my head is getting hot.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm like, I don't really want to sweat.
You're fine. Everything is fine. I like to take off my rings because
Jack cleanse incoming.
So this is good. So this is good. Actually, a great time to talk about how I feed. A lot of times people will notice like the amount of rings and amount of jewelry that I wear. One of the things that I've learned is to keep my mind quiet, to keep my energy quiet. I'll kind of weigh down my hands. So that way it's a conscious kind of reminder to like not be lashing and taking anything from anybody. So if you ever see me on like a live stream, you'll notice that whenever I'm doing meditation, whenever I'm doing like feeding, stuff like that, or like maybe even when I'm singing, I'll take off my jewelry. I'll always make sure that I'm mentally and energetically unburdened. So, don't mind me. Obviously, I would say close yourself off, obviously. But, yeah.
Jack, somebody said, Jack can't take too much or he gets loopy.
I get loopy. And it also depends. I'm already feeling it, though. The moment, I'm going to tell you also, the moment that I walked into the room, this was completely different energy. But I felt like almost immediately, like, okay. So I'm just going to do my thing. And,
should we keep talking?
keep talking.
Oh, we can keep talking.
You can keep talking.
Yeah, let's not, take the pressure off. Yes, he can't take too much or he gets loopy, but it doesn't. Okay, yeah. So if anybody isn't cool with this, I know I saw some of you like dropping out. But he's just doing it in that space, though. So
you're fine. Don't. You're okay over there. Don't worry.
Yeah, everybody's all right.
If anyone through the phone again, okay?
Yeah, he won't.
I only did that twice.
Yeah, he's mega consent. He would always ask.
I would never. Here, I won't even look near the phone. Here, I'll make sure. Ever since I did the live feeding, people are just like, what? Like, oh fuck.
There were people that were like on the he did I think 2 lives in a row or something, or it was like a couple days later, and they came back and they were either like, I felt like stomach sick, or I felt this, or I felt that, or it was people like, you took anxiety away, or I'm like, I feel like peaceful, or it was really, the reactions were crazy.
Yeah, people are asking, like, I wonder how the feeling differs from direct energy from a donor versus ambient energy. And as somebody who's been fed on by a vampire in both ways, I will say IRL is super fucking intense.
Yeah.
In my experience. Can somebody bring me up to speed? Okay, will do. So this is Amityville Apothecary over here. Well, and here. And that's Jack, the vampire Jack Townson. I'm Fen of New Blood, and Jack is cleaning up the space.
Mild cleaning.
Mild cleaning. Not us here. You're not, that's not happening. Just in that space that he's in right now. Yes, vampires, modern day, real vampires. I know it sounds strange, but give it a shot. I'm doing a documentary about it. We're doing more than one documentary, but one mainly on vampires. Somebody said clean up on aisle 3.
Yeah. We need to clean up in here quite often because this is the room where people have their tarot readings and psychic readings, and we've also done healing work in here, and there is a ghost in here. This is Morris's room, so there's also that.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes on in here.
Yeah, somebody says how like they're asking how do vampires exist, and he's a vampire. I'm confused. So yes, he's a real vampire. And there are many more that we work with and have worked with on the documentary New Blood, which we're doing a Kickstarter for right now. If you want to like go and watch that trailer, you can. The link is in my bio for New Blood here, and you can kind of get an idea of what we're doing. This is Jack's book, also, yeah. But yeah, it's essentially about like the way that they interact with energy. It's just a different kind of interacting with energy. It's not like the stuff that, like the garlic and that bullshit.
Anymore, it's going to start to overwhelm me a little bit.
Yeah, I think you might got some of my bullshit too. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'll take it.
I'd be really curious to know, like, absolutely no bullshit and don't feel pressured to, like, because we're in this for, like, the truth of it. Mm-hmm. So, like, would you be able to, like, or do you feel a difference, or are you able to feel differences like that, or? Like,
right towards the end when he was, like, oh, I think it might be enough. Like, there was, like, a point, like, 30 seconds before that where, like, I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to shield, and I was like, that's my third eye. I'm like, please stop.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't really care. Like, I'm like funny about energy. People are like, how do you shield yourself? People are like, I fucking don't. Like, kill me if you want. I don't know.
That's me. That's me too.
That's Shane.
Yeah,
that's how I am too.
See? Like, who has that kind of time? Like,
yeah.
Somebody's
really
hot.
I didn't want to say this because I didn't want to like influence you, but I'm over here getting a hot flash.
I'm like really getting a hot flash, like really hot. Like it's like I feel like I'm like boiling right now.
Yeah, same. Out of nowhere.
No, it was so hot. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, okay. I just didn't want to influence you because I'm like, I don't want to say anything in case whatever. But yeah.
Really warm in here. Yeah, really warm in here.
I'm very content.
So someone's asking about, so yeah, it's energy, not blood, but there are vampires who...
So shocked. You're so cute. I love you so much.
They do drink blood as well. So yeah, yes, he does. So Jack, maybe you should chime in here. So they're asking, do you feed on people? It should come from you.
Do I feed off of people? Okay, let me tell you this right now. The only people that I feed off of are consenting individuals, but the main person that I feed off of is my amazing consenting donor, and it was also my fiance. Do I drink blood? I like apple juice. I love apple juice. But psychic energies and the energetic body, or pranic energies, life force, vitality, whatever you want to call it, that is the mainstay of how I keep myself corporeal, so to speak.
Yeah. On my side, they asked, is it just negativity that you're feeding off of, or is it like, well, because this room isn't just negative. Like, there's beautiful things that happen in this room also. So what he was getting in this room isn't just negative, because
it was a lot of warmth. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of like, I've never had anyone really ask me about what I'm like tasting, what I'm feeling. There was a lot of like love, a lot of warmth, a lot of love, a lot of peace. But also on top of that, a lot of like on the tail end of like a little bit of fear, which was interesting, but like a lot of like very, very chaotic energy at the same time. But no, I feel great. It was funny because right before we came in, as I was pulling into the parking lot, I looked at Shane and I was like, it's that time. It's the time, and no, I'm great. This is good. I'm happy. This is beneficial. I like this.
All right.
Happy Jack. Happy Jack.
Happy Jack. Somebody over here says, I'm new. What is New Blood TV? So New Blood TV is an umbrella production company making 2 docuseries. One is long form, one's episodic. They're both paranormal. The long form one focuses primarily on vampires right now, modern day vampires. Whether you believe in them or not, they are real. And I had to be convinced myself, and it's all on camera. So we're doing a campaign right now on Kickstarter. We have like 13 hours left. So you can go there and watch a trailer if you want. The other show is just like basically a paranormal investigation episodic show like you see on most network TV. Oh, Jack, this is for you. What's with the fangs and the mention of feeding if it's just energy?
Okay. Well, feeding can mean many different things. Feeding doesn't have to be food. You can nourish yourself spiritually, energetically. Feeding is just the idea of, taking in an external source of some kind of some type. So feeding still does work, but also at the same time, if you're asking about the fangs, etc., I just love the fangs. The fangs are a fucking vibe. On top of that, we do have Hollywood vampires, right? We do have, the idea, the archetype of the vampire as a pop culture figure. They already exist. They're already the most known. So honestly, it's almost like, why not? Why not just embrace it? You say you're a vampire and people look at you when you're not wearing these things and they're like, no, you're not. It's like, well, fuck it. If you enjoy the aesthetic, if you enjoy that kind of like outfit style, etc., why not at the same time? In all honesty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it. People in the comments are okay. Can a moderator get this person out of here? Somebody
on my hand was asking, like, how do the emotions taste differently? Like, what's the association of like the taste or the energy vibration? Is it vibratory? Is it like, how do you intuit the different emotions when you're ingesting them? Like, how do they feel to you?
What's interesting? What's interesting to me is it's never fully consistent emotionally. Like, I won't always be able to sense what the emotion is at the time, but I will know what the feeling is. And a lot of times when it's like more positive emotions, there is like a warmth. It's almost like, how to describe this without sounding completely ridiculous. It's almost like a summer breeze. It's like very nice. It's very like calming. It's very like, But when it is negative energy at its base, it is usually very like, how when you get like a hot flash or you get a spike of cortisol, right? You have a really stressful day and it goes through your system, or you just get into an argument with someone and you're just, your whole body is just like, ugh, right?
You're like, yeah.
That is the feeling that immediately comes. Okay. And that is when I know, that is what, at least for me, that I know immediately when it's negative energy. And it varies, it differs, depending on how much of that is coming in. But sometimes the energies will make me feel that way. And I will feel that kind of thing at that time.
Okay.
So it differs depending on the amount. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, we're getting some trolls, so we're just. I got a moderator now.
Okay.
I got a moderator. Thank you. I'm fine with trolls until they start like calling you names, and then I'm like, dude, like nobody needs that energy. So we kicked him out.
That's fair. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
You mean Long Island?
I just
Come on,
fuck off.
No.
Because they are, they waste their time sitting in a chat instead of like doing something productive or fun. It's like, well,
yeah.
I'm sorry, life is so boring or so sad, my friend. I hope it gets better.
Yeah. Someone said success attracts trolls. It's true. If you're doing something worth anything, you're definitely going to have people who are trolls. For sure.
A good question over here. Actually, Jack, where did you learn how to feed? Are there others in the community? This is a great question. Wow, my voice cracked. Great question. Yes, there are, like, we don't have a census. We don't. Michelle Belanger and I were joking about that the other day on stream. We don't have a census. We don't have a head count where we got all the vampires in the room. We're like, all right, everyone line up against the wall. We got to figure this out. But there are a lot more than you realize, and more than we actually know. There is a very large chance when you walk down the street that you probably have passed a vampire and not really known about it. But how did I learn how to feed? Actually, it was the teachings of said Michelle Belanger, the author of the Psychic Vampire Codex, and I want to think of what I would call Michelle, the pioneer of the modern vampire community.
Yeah, definitely. If anybody is feeling like something is stirring in them when you listen to Jack, I would highly, highly recommend not only reading Jack's books that are just lovely, but also Michelle Belanger's The Psychic Vampire Codex, because that is a book that really lays it out amazingly.
Like, there are a lot of different authors. There are a lot of different people that have written, their takes on this. But no bullshit. I say it all the time. Michelle's is the one that puts it out the most digestible, the most where you can read it and you go, okay, shit, I understand this now. This makes sense. And the techniques in the book, a lot of the things were just validation, because a lot of the things I was doing already without any sort of teaching, and reading it and seeing that there was someone else's experience was something that made me immediately feel validated. So, Psychic Vampire Codex.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and they have a ton of other books too that are amazing as well, including like ritual books that are so good.
Really, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite, just to go off of Michelle real quick, one of my favorite books of Michelle's is Vampires in Their Own Voices, is one of my favorites as well, because it's just kind of like seeing everybody's different experience. It's just such a validating feeling. It really is. It's so cool.
There's a story in there about a man who wasn't alternative or gothic or anything like that, but had his awakening in the Marines.
When he was in the Corps, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
It was at a training camp.
His story was really fascinating.
Hey, Carol!
Well, guys, I hate to be the one to kind of moderate here, but we're closing in on 6 o'clock. There is another live at 8:30, and Jack does need ample time to sign his books.
All the books.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just move for closing thoughts to keep everyone sane.
Sure.
I'm sure Fen needs a dinner break somewhere near too. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
well, it's super nice to meet you, and I'd love to collaborate with you. If you're comfortable with
Absolutely.
Jack and Shane giving me your email, I'd love to just brainstorm, because
Sure.
you're in a magical space. We could do all kinds of weird shit.
Oh, we would absolutely love that. We'd love to collaborate in anything that we could do, and remind everybody to go fund the Kickstarter. So find that link and get in there and super fund it, because it's important to have real, authentic voices. Again, people that are controlling, because controlling narrative is so scary, right? So
Yeah.
people that can prevent the information and present the community in a way that is just so safe and with an eye of reverence is so important. So we are all about collaborating for sure.
Awesome. That sounds great. Jack, good luck signing all your books, and goodbye to everybody who's been up in this live.
Guys, make sure you tune in later. There will be another live stream.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
8:30. There's another live stream on TikTok, and we're going to be talking to an amazing paranormal investigator and someone who creates their own paranormal investigative devices, and they are cute, like paranormal but make it fashion. It's so cute, and her name is Alexander. Oh, something happened. Okay, bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Hi.
Bye!
Yeah.
Bye, guys! Thanks for coming. Make sure you tune in later. Don't support Newport TV, and make sure
Thank you
that you
for
are
those
also
roses.
following Amityville Apothecary.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Follow these people.
Bye. See ya.
Giving me roses.
Bye!
Bye.
How do I get out?
We did the thing!
Button.
Disconnected from the live. Okay, well, I'm still here for a second because I'm checking something. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. Kickstarters are so hard. Tell all your friends to donate, please. Oh, okay. Go eat. Yeah, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat real pizza, not fake ones, like y'all gave me last night. By the way, thank you so much for all of your pizzas. Oh, thank you. Yes, tomorrow morning, 8:08 Eastern time. Tomorrow morning, the Kickstarter is over, like for real. It's over. I could poop. I could scream, poop. I don't know. It's just gonna be crazy. I wanted to watch some of your older stuff. Where can I find? So I actually don't have older stuff. I've been working in LA for a long time for other documentarians and just sort of like as a support role. So this is the first time where I'm going out on my own. And it's a bold move to go straight to vampires. Many people have told me. Thank you so much, Rose. I appreciate you too. Season 2, I'm not sure. I think we're going to focus really hard on making season 1 amazing for both of the shows. So it's probably going to be filmed in early 2024 is my guess. Yeah, right? I think we really want to make the best out of this debut for sure. You want to make it good, and we wouldn't have been able to do that without your help and support through the Kickstarter. Honestly, like you have made self production possible for us, and we're so appreciative, really, like from the bottom of our hearts. And we're gonna give you really good quality shit. We are. Thank you. Yeah, it is hard to follow your dreams. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I'm now doing it for the first time ever. So every once in a while, I'll take a pep talk here and there because it is when you go to do the thing that you've always wanted to do. I've wanted to do this since I was a little kid. Is be a documentarian and tell these kinds of stories. You know, when you do that, it's really scary. I don't know why. It's probably because it's a big lesson wrapped in there. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm going to go eat for real food before the next one. I hope to see you there. It's going to be a whole new crew. There's going to be, Aubrey is going to be there, the cinematographer of New Blood. And also, Chris Amandier, who is incredible and our like amazing paranormal researcher for New Blood. And, Jack will be there. I mean, everybody loves Jack. So yeah, it'll be great. Okay. I go food. Mwah. Bye-bye.